What you want to jacket from where you say anything you need, woman, let me know. Say one body, you want chill, shaka, pop your message, yeah, boy, just Sunday, all this Sunday, what's the one you bring? When chicken say, go, you go, so I say. You pay them, yeah. In other words, that's the only word what they start my hustle. As soon as they break, if you can't wait, they carry us through. As soon as they break, give you pressure. As soon as they break, give you pressure. Give it back, cool my temper. As soon as they break, give you pressure. They break again, now what's up, sir? Somebody they steal and somebody they buy. Somebody they see, but the same person is buy. Now every day I tell you this. 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 Now every day I tell you this.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hand for the real authority. Well, it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Grove Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever location jumping till the break of dawn. Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Ghana Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. No one's going to go into it, but it thought of each you give. We are living since in hungry.
Let's say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you following us via your radio and monitoring us on your, devices. We want to welcome you to the Tuesday edition of the program from the Prime News. Today is the 9th day in the month of September.
Right.
And the year stands at 2025. It's good to be back here. And so, folks, we are grateful to God for another opportunity, because going to bed and waking up the next morning, hey, it's not an easy thing. So all we can say is thank you, Jehovah. Well, folks, I'm here. Wendell is my name, and I'm here with Esther Daco, Her Majesty. Good morning.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning to the good people of Liberia. It's good to be here again on Tuesday.
All right, so two many interesting stories to share with you, but let's recognize our sponsors: Crams Topper Liberia, Exodus Best Price Store, and Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. Folks, we have in our studio 2 local dailies, and the front page is here together with the Daily Observer newspaper. So let's begin, because time is not in our favor. So let's begin. Esther, can you bring our panelists from the States on? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. All right, so who do we have with us? Aliyu Masale. Aliyu, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Nimle. Good morning, Esther. Good morning, Mama Labura. Aliyu Masade. Glad to be here this morning. Thank you.
Ooh, your system is not too clear this morning. I don't know, but Aliyu, you have to check your system. You're not sounding too good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but your system is coming in distorted.
Okay, I will check it up later.
Yeah, maybe you can go off and come back.
All
right, so let's begin with these trending stories on the front page Africa newspaper. Let's get to the top stories. Why Karishman was let go. Mm-hmm. All right, why Karishman was let go. Foreign Affairs Assistant Minister resigns after suspension over alleged gross insubordination. And Esther, I think we can run a few lines from this story. You think it is
important?
All right, so let's take a few lines from there. Let's just run you through a few lines. Let's get to know what is happening at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Karishma Pelham-Rad, Liberia's Assistant Minister for International Organizations, tendered her resignation on Monday following a suspension from her post. An internal memo from Foreign Affairs Minister Sarah Besolo Nyanti, addressed to all deputy ministers, stated that Pelham-Rad had been suspended by the Executive Mansion on September 3, 2025 from her role as Assistant Minister for Bureau of International Organizations. The memo dated September 4, 2025 further indicated that Daniel Kot Williams, accused of unleashing carnage on jubilant partisans of the Unity Party during its post-election rally on November 20, 2023 in central Monrovia, in what prosecutors now describe as a premeditated vehicular massacre. Let's take a few lines from that story, right? Let's get to a few lines. Then we get to another one. Let's see, where is that story? Yes, we are there. And it says state prosecutors have unleashed a triple indictment against a man accused of plunging a SUV into a Unity Party UP crowd during a rally in 2023, killing 3 and injuring nearly 30 others. The grand jury sitting in Montserrat County handed down the damning 3-count indictment against Lawrence K. Williams, accused of unleashing carnage on jubilant partisans of the Unity Party during its post-election rally on November 20, 2023 in central Monrovia, in what prosecutors now describe as a premeditated vehicular massacre. Williams has been fully indicted on the charges of murder, aggravated assault, and criminal attempt to commit murder, all felonies of the first and second degree, for what the Ministry of Justice is calling one of the most brutal, calculated, and politically tinted acts of violence in Liberia's recent history. According to the indictment obtained by Front Page Africa, the incident occurred shortly after 10 p.m. on Broad Street, outside the UP's national headquarters, where hundreds had gathered to celebrate the results of the 2023 presidential runoff election, which had just been declared in favor of the Unity Party candidate. The night of blood, darkness, celebration, and then a crash. On the night of November 20, 2023, jubilant UP partisans filled Broad Street, chanting, dancing, and waving flags. The atmosphere was electrified by victory, but that joy turned into horror when, according to police investigators, an unmarked gray Hyundai SUV approached from the Gaga side, parked in front of UBA and International Bank, and switched off its headlights. For 30 minutes, the driver, now identified as Lawrence K. Williams, sat in the darkness watching the crowd. Then, without warning, the indictment added, he reversed the engine, swung open the passenger doors, and with excessive and deadly speed, rammed directly into the crowd of partisans, killing Peter Gray, Mariama Krumah, and Vani Suleiman, and inflicting grievous bodily harm on 29 others. Well, folks escaped an arrest after moving through the crowd. The driver reportedly abandoned the vehicle, mounted a motorbike, and fled the scene. A law enforcement agency acting on witness testimonies and surveillance data apprehended Williams days later, linking him to the deadly rampage. The Liberian National Police Crime Against Persons Division led the investigation, which prosecutors say has produced overwhelming evidence of criminal intent, planning, and execution. Many of the survivors remain permanently injured. Several are reported to have lost limb function, and others continue to undergo long-term rehabilitation. The victims range from university students and street vendors to party volunteers, many of them young women and men in their early 20s. The indictment lists 29 injured persons, including Belden Bundu Kelly, 25, female, Ignor Colley, 20, male, Zana Masakwe, 18, female, Anthony Bala, 18, male, Kolobali Akwe, 31, male, Favor Moore, Eve Moore, Mama Yeleke and others, each described as having suffered severe bodily wounds. But let's take our final story from the front page Africa newspaper. And it says here, Finance Minister Ngafwan dismisses GSC report and misinterpretation as smear tactic. CDC counters with a 150 million unaccounted claims. Ngafwan voices tweet. Finance Minister Augustin Ngafwan, appearing on state radio, defended his ministry against allegations that US 2.8 billion went unaccounted for, attributing the discrepancy to documentation issues rather than fraud. He compared the 2024 Consolidated Fund audit under the Unity Party with 2023 under the CDC, insisting the former outperformed the latter. CDC stalwarts fire back, citing the audit as evidence that the Unity Party's Ministry of Finance failed to account for US $150 million. You look at the kind of money. $150 million. Let's run a few lines from this story. This country, if people can get money and nothing happening to them. Yeah. The General Auditing Commission's audit of the Consolidated Fund, which revealed persistent lapses in public financial management, has ignited a heated exchange between supporters of the ruling Unity Party and the opposition Coalition for Democratic Change. Both sides are trading accusations over who better manage state resources. The controversy deepened after Finance and Development Planning Minister Augustin Kpehi Ngafwan appeared on state radio to respond to the audit, which flagged US 2.8 million in undocumented expenditures, and Ngafwan dismissed allegations of fraud, calling the discrepancies documentation's issues. Comparing the 2024 audit on the UP with the 2023 audit on the CDC, Ngafwan argued that the current government performed better, besides documentation issues and payments without legislative approval. Last year's report was qualified, meaning it was generally sound with minor exceptions. He said 2023's audit, however, was adverse. The Auditor General found major gaps. The 2.8 million cited this year pales in comparison to 4.27 million flagged in 2023. workers, which was reduced to make room for around 15,000 government workers, have also not been reversed. The rescue mission has also not been able to reverse free tuition-free WAS launched under President Weah. Not only has the government been unable to reverse free tuition at public colleges and universities, the rescue government is presently facing serious challenges, which funding university accounts indicate that the CDC administration increases UL budget from around 18 million in 2017 to around 30 in 2023. Under the CDC, UL teacher salaries were increased by more than 60%. The rescue government is yet to match these developments and is currently marred in a standoff with UL teachers over conditions at the university. Last week, the UL president had to engage the Senate Committee on Education to provide some support for the UL, drumming public pressures on the government and the finance minister for seemingly abandoning the UL. In reaction, Minister Gaffron said on EFBC Morning Show that the UL request is an off-budget request that should be considered carefully because of the way off-budget issues are generally treated in the country. Well, Esther, I think we can stop here and send controls to you to bring us some developments from the Daily Observer newspaper.
Right. Thank you, Wendell. Let's bring Ali back on, I think.
Okay.
Well, Ali, we're so sorry. We having some issues here.
Okay, so that's it. Let's hear from you. We'll get back to Ali.
Capital arson, defendants seek independent medical examination. This is on page 10 of the paper. Defendants who are seeking independent medical examinations due to alleged NSA brutality. Let's come to page 10 of this paper to bring you lines of that story. That's page 10. Let's go there quickly. Okay. So we're here. It says the legal team representing former Speaker Councillor J. Nancy Kofa and 13 other co-defendants, 3 of whom are sitting lawmakers, has formally objected to a court order mandating medical examinations at the government-run John F. Kennedy Medical Center. The defense instead filed a motion requesting an independent medical examination, alleging that several of the defendants were subjected to torture and abuse while in custody of state security agencies. The dispute arose after criminal court Judge Roosevelt Willie ordered JFK to medically assess 6 of the detained defendants to determine whether they had been tortured or sodomized during their time in the National Security Agency custody. The judge's order stemmed from the defendants' claim that key evidence, such as NSA phone call logs, have been extracted through coercion and abuse. The court realized that there is one ground that is factual, and that ground is torture and sodomization. Judge Woody stated, so the court decided not to do the ruling today, but to find out through medical investigation as to whether the defendants were tortured. He then directed the court clerk to liaise with JFK via the Monrovia Central Prison to conduct the medical examination and report findings to the court by Tuesday, September 9, 2025. However, the defense lawyers objected to the court's reliance on JFK, citing its affiliation with the government of Liberia and a formal memorandum of understanding with the Ministry of Justice to provide medical services for pre-trial detainees and prisoners. They allege that such a relationship creates a conflict of interest and undermines the credibility of any medical assessment conducted by JFK. In their motion, the defense described the alleged mistreatment of their clients as rigorous, asserting that several of the accused have suffered persistent medical issues, particularly painful urination and reddish urine. Wow. Since their detention at NSA headquarters, they also cited reports of blurred vision allegedly caused by the use of intense lightning during interrogations. These symptoms, the motion reads, are not only indicative of urinary tract infection and ocular trauma, but are consistent with the effects of severe beatings and waterboarding inflicted by agents of NSA and Liberian National Police. The lawyers further argued that failure to immediately provide medical care from an independent team could result to irreversible damage or even death in violation of the defendant's constitutional rights. If they are not properly medically examined or treated by a team of independent medical practitioners other than the government-owned JFK Hospital, the lawyers warned their infections and appalling conditions could graduate to a more severe case that could lead to their death and contrary to law.
Wow.
No defendants in state-affiliated medical institutions, the defense no-show underscored their clients' lack of trust in any medical investigation carried out by the government agency or affiliate. The government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Justice and the national security agencies prosecuting their Capitol building arson case, as such JFK being a pirate star of the government, is not clothed with the requisite independence to conduct their medical examination. The motion stated the lawyers who urged the court to grant compassion and humanitarian consideration and authorize the immediate transfer of the defendants to an independent medical facility for evaluation and treatment. They added that accused are currently unfit for continuing pretrial detention due to their deteriorating medical condition, and that visible scars and bruises on their bodies corroborate their claim of abuse. As of press time, the prosecution has not responded to the defense motion for an independent medical examination. The defense continues to emphasize the agency of their request, urging that the alleged torture represents a grave human rights violation that demands swift and impartial medical review. This is really sad, Wendell. I mean, Lord. Gafwan defends U.S. $2.8 million audit findings calls for LACC investigation into past and current reports. Page 10, that the story. Let's flip there quickly. Okay, Wendell have already brought this. Let's see more stories here this morning. Liberia is step away from receiving second MCC compacts. Liberia is one step away from securing its second Millennium Challenge Cooperation Compact after being named among 87 candidate countries forwarded to the U.S. Congress for approval to receive fiscal year 2026 support. The potential compact marks a significant opportunity to accelerate development, strengthen governance, and reduce poverty in the country. The MCC, an independent U.S. government agency established in 2004, provides time-limiting or limited grants to countries that meet strict standards for governance or good governance, anti-corruption measures, and respect for democratic rights. Compact funding is awarded through a rigorous, the completion is just right here on page 10, through a rigorous, competitive, and transparent process designed to promote economic growth and reduce poverty. Liberia's inclusion comes as Ghana, Guinea, and Burkina Faso were deemed ineligible for compact support. Ghana's exclusion is linked to a debt default restriction under Section 7012 of the fiscal year 2025. With a final decision pending, the completion of a debt restituting agreement, Guinea and Burkina Faso were ruled ineligible due to military coup restrictions. The announcement follows the release of MCC's fiscal year 2025 country scorecards on November 21, 2024. These scorecards a key component in determining eligibility access. Countries using 20 independent third-party indicators measuring policy performance in economic freedom, rule of law, and investigating in people. Of the 76 countries scored, 26 passed while 50 did not. All scorecards are publicly available on MCC's website. To qualify for compact funding, countries must pass at least 10 to 20 indicators, including the MCC hard hurdles, the political rights of civil liberties indicator and control of corruption indicator. Countries that meet these standards are then considered by MCC's board of directors, which annually selects new partners based on policy performance, initial, potential for poverty reduction, and funding availability. MCC officials emphasize that the compact selection process encourages countries to implement reforms even before a single dollar of program funding is spent, a phenomenon known as the MCC effect. Countries around the world use the scorecard as a roadmap to improve governance, transparency, and economic performance, creating measurable impact on citizens' well-being. In November 2024, MCC report highlights that countries moving from falling or failing to passing the scorecard can lift approximately 1.9 million people out of extreme poverty. Is it happening here? Yo, but let's keep bringing you more stories this morning. Let's turn to the back page of the Daily Observer. LTA moves to establish National Phone Registry to curb fake devices and theft. The Liberia Telecommunications Authority has intensified efforts to combat the influx of counterfeit mobile devices and curb recent phone theft, holding a series of high-level strategies sessions with its licensing and regulatory technicians. At the heart of the new regulatory framework is the creation of a central identification registry, a database that will require importers, retailers, and customers to register every mobile phone by its unique 15-digit International Mobile Equipment Identity Number. The RMEI functions as a digital fingerprint for mobile devices containing key details such as phones make, model, memory, and capacity, and whether it has been stolen or reported lost. Under the proposed framework, service providers will play a crucial role by verifying IMEI registration in a CRR before activating SIM cards. Once a SIM card is activated, the device IMEI will be linked to the user's number. LTA officials say the main objective is national security and consumer protection. For a registered phone is reported stolen, its IMEI can be immediately blocked through the CRR, rendering it useless to the thieves and significantly reducing the resale market for stolen devices. Cetirism movement calls for dialogue to resolve UL crisis. The Cetirism movement has expressed deep concern over the ongoing impasse at the University of Liberia, where the planned September resumption of classes has been stalled by a go-slow action from the Faculty Association in protest of funding shortages. In a statement, Councillor Kanye Bala, chairperson of the movement, described the UL flagship institution of higher learning and warned that continued disruptions carried far-reaching consequences for thousands of students, their families, and the wider society. The citizen movement is therefore calling for immediate and constructive dialogue between the university administration and the faculty association, stressing that genuine engagement, mutual respect, and compromise are essential to resolving the crisis. Councillor Bala urged all parties to remain calm and act with restraint. We appeal to the university's administration and the faculty association and the student body to exercise tact, calm, and emotional intelligence at this crucial juncture. The credibility of our national university and the future of Liberians' youth people depend on a peaceful, responsible resolution of this matter. The group also appealed directly to students to remain law abiding and non-violent while the matter is being addressed. While acknowledging their frustration, the movement cautioned violence and disorderly conduct would only undermine their cause and put their safety as well as the university's reputation at risk. Reaffirming its commitment, the citizen movement said it stands ready to support any mediation effort that prioritizes students' interests and addresses faculty concerns and safeguards the University of Liberia's role as a national beacon of learning and development. Wendell, these are all of the stories we're able to bring you from the Daily Observer. It's over to you.
Thank you, Esther. Let's recap for our followers. Those of you who didn't start with us, well, these are the stories we brought you. We begin the show this morning with the Front Page Africa, and these are stories we brought to you. Top stories: why Karisman was let go, Foreign Affairs Assistant Minister resigns after suspension over alleged gross insubordination. And it says challenging JFK's credibility, ex-deputy Speaker Kofa. Co-defendants demand independent medical exams over torture allegations. And students' fate in limbo. Harper Demonstration School renovation finally halted. Bidel's Foundation retrieves construction materials. And justice closes in on suspect in up 2023 Broad Street rally tragedy. Murder trial begins Tuesday. Premeditated vehicular massacre. The grand jury sitting in Maserati County handed down the damning 3-count indictment against Lawrence K. Williams, accused of unleashing carnage on jubilant partisans of the United Party during its post-election rally on November 20, 2023 in central Monrovia, in what prosecutors now describe as a premeditated and vehicular massacre. And then lastly, for Front Page Africa, Finance Minister Gafuan dismisses GSC report misinterpretation as smear tactic. CDC counters with 115 million unaccounted claims. And Gafuan versus Twe. Former Finance Minister Augustine Gafuan, appearing on state radio, defended his ministry against allegations that US 2.8 million went unaccounted for, attributing the discrepancy to documentation issues rather than fraud. He compared the 2024 Consolidated Fund audit under the Unity Party with 2023 under the CDC, insisting that the former outperformed the latter. CDC Stowers fired back, citing the audit as evidence that the Unity Party's Ministry of Finance failed to account for US 115 million. And that does it for the front page. The Daily Observer. Capital Assam defendants seek independent medical examination. And Gafuan defends US 2.8 million findings, calls for LACC investigation into past and current reports. And Liberia is stepped away from receiving second MCC compact. And lastly, I now realize that fear is not real. Why Bus Motor praises keep as author Brenda Brewer Moore launches new book to rebrand early childhood education. The back page, LTA moves to establish National Phone Registry to curb fake devices and theft. And lastly, Centrazine movement calls for dialogue to resolve UL crisis. Those are all the top stories we brought to you from the front page Africa and the Daily Observer newspaper. Let's take our break. When we come back, we join Aliyu Masale to give us his feedback from those stories we brought to you this morning.
Randy, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Grove Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cold Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. I was very deep and deeper. But it taught us in chicken. We are living since in hungry.
It's about music. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't tell her in your hands for the right authority. But you can't take your love in. Crime stop by here for us. We need shelter to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you not talking, I mean you check. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm a part of it. Come stop the people bringing safety to your door. Come stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Come stop Liberia from the center to interior. Come stop keeping us safe. Let's stop it, crime for all of us. Come stop the people bringing safety to your door. Come stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Come stop Liberia from the center to interior. Keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Oh yes, Crime Stopper Liberia, folks, our major sponsor here on the program from the Prime News. And so let's join Aliyu Masale. Aliyu is there in the USA and the front page. All right, Aliyu is there in the USA, and then right after Aliyu, we will, take back control. So Aliyu, you've been there and listening. Let's hear from you.
Can you guys hear me clear now?
Yeah,
Loud and clear.
you need to choose your system, your Chinese thing, and where you go over there.
Yeah.
You know, Chinese everywhere now.
I know.
Yeah, quickly to the issue. The first thing had to do with the Alson case. Like I always said, the problem, this case is highly political, and I always saying this: the Unity Party government Fonati Kufa is their target, and those other guys. And looking at the justice system now in the country, these people with looking at the controversial Chief Justice we have presently, and these people, they are there to work in the interests of the president. And they are not looking at their integrity and any other thing. They are not thinking about tomorrow. Like we saw the former Chief Justice, and she saved the country. No matter what you say, her integrity was on the line, and we saw how the case went. And looking at what controversial Chief Justice right now, the Supreme Court judge, all those people, I always say this: for that Kufa, then they had to get the intervention of international lawyers to join Mr. Massaquet, Mr. Johnson, and their legal team in Liberia there. Other than that, their case, we pray for the best. But for me, this is my advice always to them. And looking at these guys, the way they were tortured, and these are some of the threats they can be giving some of us when we come to Liberia from the airport. We will see ourselves to NSA, and when they finish with us, when we will leave to tell the story, that's it. These are the threats they can give us. You see, when they go on social media. And what they did to these guys, they really need urgent medical attention, because like they having this kind of thing there, urinary tract infection, having difficulties to even say urinate. This thing, they are not good. And you can't take them to JFK. This is a political case. Take them to JFK, you will not get the result you want to get.
No,
because
you're not.
those guys, all the things they talk about, they were being sodomized and things, they need to go for international checkup. Then they take them out of that country for them to go and do a proper checkup on them to know, oh yes, why they said if it was true or false. But even if they take them to JFK, if these are true, nothing will get out of it. Because why? This case is a political case. And if the UNE will say we do everything in Liberia, the government will win this case. So they should stand their ground. Those guys shouldn't be taken to JFK because they are not going to get any transparent or independent result from it. So that's what I have to say on that. Because the way they are, what the pain those guys are going through now, it's not, this is the country we have. And I'm always surprised and frustrated to see President Boakai to be heading our country in such a form and manner. And I always say this: some of us will leave from this country, we go back home instead of us serving the country. But when we go there, we start to do the wrong thing. Gregory Coleman, all the years you've been in America, the way today you proceeded in that country, what did you learn here? You see, even in America, you don't do that. If you come, you arrest me, the way they can be intimidating people over there, the way they can torture people, you don't do this thing. These are human rights violations, no matter what crime they may commit. You can do that. But they were doing those things just for them to say, oh yeah, that for that thing they sent out to win the Capitol building, they torturing them, doing all of these things to them. In America, you say you get all your degree from, you live. Have you seen that happening in this country? Even somebody in prison, the food you gave them, if they want that food, they can sue you for that. They get lawyer or God or in a prison. You say he can only eat organic food. And it's not like giving you other food, you say he can't eat it. They had to call his lawyer. Not because you eat prison so you don't have right. That when you arrest people, you will have to be torturing them, doing all of these things just to get something from them, to lie on people. That's not right. And when I listened to the finance minister yesterday, Mr. Gafuan, all of these things he was talking, even though you lie in water-based thing, he was talking. One thing I learned about Liberia, the moment you make mistake, they correct your mistake. But the issue about the MCC compact, I want to know from you as well, Mr. Nimle, the time Liberia won the MCC compact, did America send people in the country for like 2-3 weeks to do some investigation before they could give them the money?
It's not to my knowledge.
These are things yesterday I heard from the finance minister, that MCC is sending people in Liberia. They had to come and do some investigation, to do some checking. And then after that, they will see in Liberia we get the 500 million, or maybe they will not get everything. Looking at the damaging human rights report that came for our country, Liberia, and see what is happening there, and looking at the cardinal point, this thing that guarantee you, that qualify you to get the MCC scorecard, and this government, they are into everything. They are against all of these things. If we get the MCC scorecard, congratulations to the country, that's good. We want the best for our country. But if we don't get it again, it comes from this government. Because all of the things that Esther you just read and what we saw in the human rights report, some of the things that will stop you not to get the MCC scorecard. When they hold Kim Martin or the former president, he said the same thing when he came to the same thing where or that had to do with the non-permanent seat. You have to be careful how you govern the country. At the end of the day, the record you put out there, you will lose some of those opportunities. And for me, even when people come to Liberia for inspection and other things, like what Gafuan said yesterday, if we get the MCC scorecard, I don't think we'll stay to benefit the actual amount. I think it will go down because of those human rights violation, corruption allegation, all of these things are happening in the country. So I pray that no matter how it is, at least let's get some. Even though when we get the money, they say to try to lower the corruption, to take people from out of poverty. We know the moment that money comes, they are going to increase their salaries, allowances, and benefit again, instead of taking people out of poverty. But no matter how it is, I pray when they come for their investigation, they come to do their fight funding. Even if we get some, at least if we get all, but I pray said that we should get some for the country. But this government, it is just quite unfortunate. All the experience they came with today and everything they do is on the opposite. And again, to Mr. Kufa and his team, I will always say this, they should try their possible best to get international lawyer involved into this case. Or else this government, they came to go after CDC and Fonati Kufa, you wonder their target. So I stopped there for this fight. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aliyu Masale. And for me, I really want us to talk about, this U.S. rate.
Important.
The rate. I don't know what's happening. The rate is dropping, but the prices of basic commodities are stay high. Right. I don't know. It's confusing.
Right. It tells you that the rate is artificial. I was looking at the central bank rate. Normally, even though we don't use the central bank rate outside with the federal money changers or bureaus that we have, but at least it cannot be too low as compared to what we have now. Do you know that even money changers are stealing?
Yeah.
This morning I was on my way to work. I had to buy gas, and I changed $5 for 800. When I got to town, I needed to take money from my phone. The Liberty I had on my phone. I could not get Liberty anywhere.
Yeah.
So what's happening when it is artificial?
Yeah.
People got the money in their homes, they're keeping it, and they don't want to put it outside.
That's what's happening. Esther, that's some of the laziness about this government. I don't know. In our own country, our own money, we can't see it. What kind of country is this? You take US dollar, you go for Liberian dollar, they tell you, say, no money.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I had to get my money. I had to go through a little clash for me to get my money.
But the thing is bad.
The fuller guy I went to change my money from, he said he don't have Liberty. Yeah. So while I was trying to go, he said, but I can give you US. Yeah. And I like US people. And so I said, okay, no problem. And then he took the money from my phone. When he took the money from my phone, I was taking out about, I don't want to call a figure, right? But the amount I was taking out when the deduction the guy did was more than 1,000 plus. So I was like, no, if I change this US dollar to Liberian dollars, I wouldn't get the amount that is in my phone that you take it from there. So you cannot give it to me at this rate. So if you can't do that, then you got to send my money back to my phone, because I can lose a whole $1,000. Even if you're talking about 300 losing, I wouldn't mind. More than $1,000, I can lose that. And we tussle, and I don't know where he found out Liberian dollar from. He gave it to me.
I think the thing was so embarrassing this gone Sunday. I didn't go to church, but I was driving my family to church. and we needed some Liberian dollars, to take to church to pay, church fees and all of that. I mean, every point we stopped to get change, to get that money changed, no Liberian dollars. No Liberian dollars.
No.
Everywhere we drove all the way until we got to the church, still we couldn't find change. Yesterday, the same thing. This morning again, we're hearing that, some people, you go change money, they will tell you, say, $800 for father. You go some places, they tell you, say, $850. So, I mean, what is happening?
And at the end of the day, you're suffering the people because...
Yes!
Because when you want to go buy something and you don't have the US dollar equivalent, they will tell you to change it at the rate of 200.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
The things prices are not even dropping.
Yeah.
And you have people paying school fees right now.
Yeah.
People who got a kids school fees in Liberian dollars, they are affected with them hugely.
Yes, that's what's happening. So I don't know. The government is you can't be dropping rate. Like Esther said, this is artificial because I don't understand. This is not, the rate from the government of Liberia, from the central.
Some people changing for 190. Some people changing for 170. Like what?
I mean, it's not easy though. That's what we're going through now. The rate, you can't find Liberian dollars. Liberian dollars is scarce. The prices of basic commodities, the things that we eat every day, they stay high.
Right.
But then
We
how
can
do
be-
you coming down when tea prices are high?
My brother, and we got government, and not the government now.
The
That
things
government.
prices should come down. So if I'm paying for something that costs $5 and you say $5 is $9.50, I should give it to you at $9.50 because that's
$9.50.
what it is. The
Yeah.
equivalent.
Yeah,
I ain't buying US from you.
yeah.
So why would you want to give it to me at buying rate?
So right now, let's say you want to buy something, and we all were we're changing the US dollar. $5 were like $1,000 in recent days. All right. So let's take, for instance, you went to buy something now with that $5 that you used to buy, or $1,000. You know what I will tell you now? That rate is $8 or 800. If you take the 500, they're changing it for 800. You got to put extra 200 Liberian dollar there. Where you will get a 200 Liberian dollar from? And you can't find Liberian dollars. Why are people creating hardship on us?
The business people will do.
Why the government is responsible. The government, we have the finance, we have the Ministry of Commerce, we have all of these agencies. I mean, why are they doing this to the Liberian people? We're going through tough time. It's not easy.
Again, when this all boils down to the country having putting more attention to digital money. The issue of passing around with cash, I think this is one of the reasons why when people want to just have the cash, they can just go ahead with
But the digital money thing, Esther, you get
I
money
can
in your
go
phone.
with my-
Sometimes
with
you
my
go
phone.
withdraw to tell you the system
No,
is
not
down.
necessarily withdraw. Whatever you want to purchase, I should be able to purchase it from my phone.
Yeah.
If I go to the supermarket, order my things.
They
like
should
it's
have a
happening
mobile
now,
account
They
there.
do have it.
Yeah.
But then other smaller businesses should also get involved because at the end of the day, you have something they call merchant SIM card,
Yeah.
and so they're not charging you for it. There is a way the company gets their money, but it's not being charged on. If I'm sending it, I send the exact amount. I don't have to add any service charge to it, and I send it to your phone. I think this is the way, Wendell, because if I don't
It's
have to
cheating,
have
man.
cash in my bag and be passing it around, I can just have my money on my phone, or I can
Yeah.
have it on my card. I go to anywhere I eat, or I want to purchase something. I can use the POS machine, or I can use my mobile money.
So you see sometimes
So we really
too.
need a graduate too.
So Esther and Aliyu, sometimes too, when you have the money on your phone, you want to get money out of your phone, the next thing, the system is down. Lone Star mobile money not working.
And that's one of the
Orange mobile money not working. So a lot of people now, they're afraid that to keep money on the phone.
Yeah,
And
right.
I'm one person, I don't like to keep money on my phone. Every time I get money on my phone, I want to get it out. Because when you're really in need, that's when they will tell you the system is down.
Yeah. And that's why they need to work on, because that is one of the reasons why people are afraid. You can go to a restaurant to eat when you got the money on your phone.
Yeah.
On your phone.
Yeah.
After you finish eating, you want to pay them the money. So again,
Yeah, that's the system. Where you get money
where
from?
you take your money from the pay if you only have the cash on your phone. So they need to work, really, really work with these companies and be able to handle that.
Yeah, but it's
even the LEC said to buy it through mobile money. It can be easy. Sony was
man,
for
the
in the
country,
morning,
everything
all the
high
way
in
to, I think,
Liberia,
around
man.
12 o'clock. It was
Everything is high.
just blue sky and orange.
Look, nothing, none of the
supposed to be
system
working.
that we use in this country that we just access like that.
Mm.
It's so difficult. Anything you want to do, you got. Oh, what kind of country is this? Jesus, Liberian dollar lost from the market. You see what is happening? The Liberian dollar vanished from the market.
The Liberian dollar now I took from my phone. So I keep it in my bag or lay it on my head. Just be laying there. Are you using it?
I
Just laying there.
had to borrow $100 from you this morning because
Right.
I needed to get something.
You see?
So
Exactly.
yeah, because you go. Can you imagine? So we just, I don't know. The country is getting out of hand. Oh, things are really getting bad. I'm telling you, things are really getting bad. No money. You can't see the money. Black parents are still struggling to get their children in school. Liberian dollar lost from the market. So he's ought to go pay $1,000 or he's ought to go pay $15,000 to the school.
I ate it.
The rate drop. You got to look for additional money to add up to that $100 that you were taking for
Because
$20,000.
look at the scratch card.
Yeah.
When you go to buy a dollar card,
You can
how
take
much
a
you pay? You pay 200.
yeah. So you take out $1 US now to get to them for the card. They will tell you, say you must add Liberian
No,
dollars.
but even before they were even taking that dollar.
Yeah.
They will not accept it. They will tell you that it's low.
Yeah.
Dollar can be changed for 180.
No, that, for
Yeah.
that event,
This is so bad.
that
So the rate now, the card price is still at 200.
Mhm.
So why is the rate low and then the card price high?
Yeah.
Or other things prices high?
Then transportation
It's
fare.
not favorable for all of us.
Transportation fare. Then the government say the government
Then
is
you pay your
just
salary in US dollars.
the
you
government
gotta
is just a
pay your
joke.
child school
Big
fee.
joke.
You will pay the liberty because the
Government say beg or rest like $14. So the why the rate drop now? Get $14 to say you go and buy rest. What are you will get it? Get $14 go buy rest.
You will not. They will tell
Even
you.
when they told us that the rest price was $14, it was still not
They will
$14.
tell you you should pay at a rate of 200.
Yeah.
That's what they will tell you.
Yeah.
That's what they
So y'all
do.
go buy rent $14, and the government say, "I'm gonna buy rent $14." Y'all go buy and see what you'll get that rent for $14.
Even before now, when
But
we have the
even in
issues
the
of
poll, you can't get a
we
rent
got the
in the poll
issue
for
with
$14.
No, you can't. I mean, you can't.
You can.
when you normally
Yes,
go
I
buy
see someone
anywhere,
to
you
the
have
poll
to
to buy
ask
rest.
money on US
The
dollars.
rent above for
This is wrong.
14.25. So people buy them 14.50.
Telling you pushing
So I
the
don't
money
know why
in
the
US.
government is
Let's say a product in US. Not selling in Liberty and compel people to ask
Let's
money
not
to
take
the
few
US
calls.
dollars.
Let's go, man. This country, things are really getting out of hands. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
People stealing big money from the country, then the simple things that they can't handle. We got a Ministry of Commerce, sits in her office every day. She knows nothing about the prices of basic commodities. You know, the inspectorate division, all they do when they go to these stores, they go extort money from the people. You know, criminals, inspectors, they got on the field. Not doing the right thing. They only go there to benefit themselves. That's the kind of country we find ourselves. People are now hiding the Liberian dollars. For what reason? The Liberian dollar just disappeared. You go change money, they say no Liberian dollars. You want to buy stuff, you got to do X, Y, Z before you can get what you want to get. Well, no, I mean nothing is working. Nothing. Everything just breaking down in our country. The money that we're using every day is scarce. We can't find it. What is this? You go to the press, you want to buy princess, you go to the place, you want to buy princess sardine, they will tell you, yes, it's $160 or $170. You go to the next place, they will tell you $180. The other man you go to, he will tell you, say $190. So if we buy any kind of thing in a city for, you know, the price that we just called, think about the leeward counties. So somebody will come buy rest from Monrovia for $14. Where they do, they got to pull on card. You know, they got to transport it to Grand Gita. They got to transport it to, you know, Kidman. Then they go sell it for $14. The government, they're joking. It's just a big joke. Then we say we get commerce minister. That woman, she's not doing anything. Anything she's not doing. Go see the comment inspector, then what they get on the feed. They just getting their garden getting big every day because everywhere they go, they gotta get money. The country is getting bad off, man. I don't understand. Let's take a few calls, folks. Let's hear from you. It's 11 minutes past midday. Let's get to the comments first. Esther is going to do the comments, and then we'll come back and take your calls.
Okay. So from the comment section, we have a couple of messages. Let's just run through. We have Nelson Sesamo says, I'm watching from Freeport community. Happy birthday to me. We have happy birthday to you, Nelson. We have Crunchy Josiah Tito says, good morning. I'm watching from Newcretown, precisely to Wayne community. We have Henry Yango. He says, following closely from my end on this cold Tuesday evening. Thanks to you guys, Freedom FM. And for the hardworking teams, and for the great service. We have William W. Blue says the Liberian Civil Rights Movement's official spokesperson is watching live from Upper Caldwell, Monrovia, Liberia. Good afternoon, guys. We have Emmanuel Joe. Emmanuel Joe says, good morning. I'm watching you live from Nimba County. We have Venetia Junior Bar says, I'm watching live from Newcretown. We have Himfo Wula says, good morning. I'm watching from the borough of Newcretown. We have David Tweto says,
you're lying.
good morning, Freedom FM family. And good morning to the peace-loving people of Electoral District 16. I'm David Tweto. I'm watching from Newcretown, precisely to one community. We have Bakari Shari says, good morning, Freedom FM. Following the show from Newcretown. We have Mohammed Maria Manjay Shari says, good morning, Wendell Esther, and the peace-loving people of Lofa County. I'm watching from Mamadi Diakite Intellectual Forum in Jacobstown, St. Francis Community. We are coming back 2029. We have Khalifa Aliyu Sharif says, I'm watching from Newcretown. This government is joking with the Liberian people. Gati Harris Gati says, I am watching live from my assigned Beat Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism. Thanks for the update. We have Bobby Ajadia says, good afternoon. I'm following from my Satan resident this afternoon, brother. And then we have Ben Cooper Jr. says, watching. We have James S. Keller says, Liberian will learn it the hard way. You went and voted for a Sierra Leonean old man to be your president, and you think something good will come out of his government? The joke is on you, the Liberian people. And then James S. Keller again says, we have President Weah on cruise control of Liberian economy. We took it from him and gave it to a Sierra Leonean 419. And then we have Clarence Something says, I'm watching from the unwanted pregnancy president's community.
What community call unwanted pregnancy? No,
telling you, we have Paul Polita Spencer Weiss says, Wendell, that rescue government. So stop crying, my big brother. We are getting there. In my AB voice. We have Rebecca Sales says the government. Barker said the Liberia is doing well and good, and he doesn't care about what you're thinking about his government. Julia Wowen says, I'm watching from Johnsonville. So far, these are all the comments. All
right, it's time to put your calls through. Call us on 0776-104-104, 086-500-104. And those of you in the diaspora, you can call us on the WhatsApp number is +231 886 500-104. And the female line 0770-297-016. Victoria Tay, you can put in your call. Sarah will have to let you go because of the comments. So you can call us now and make your input on the show. So let's get to the overseas line and take Victoria Tay as our very first caller. Good afternoon from Liberia.
Good morning, from Minnesota, Wendell. Good morning, Esther. How you guys doing?
Well, we're grateful to God for another opportunity.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity this morning. So, when I ask a question, you guys don't think the liberty is off the market? You don't think it's a trick from the government to print new money?
That could be. That could be. I want to buy that because it just in the twinkle of an eye, the Liberian dollar just disappear. It's kind of alarming.
Yeah, I think it's a trick. It's a trick so that they can be able to print more to print new money to say that no liberty on the market, so we have to print new money and stuff like that. You guys don't think so that it's money? Because how come the liberty of the market? How come the rate is going down? Prices is not going down. Prices are climbing up higher, and then now no liberty in the market. I saw a release from Musa Bedete saying that people who have their tango, who have their storage, that store gas or something like that, they will buy. I mean, pay I think 35 cents per gallon. Now they drop it from 35 cents to 2 cents. That's why they will be paying per gallon. So there's a lot of stuff going on. We have to put these numbers together to see what's going on, because I think the government there's a trick here, there's a trick that the government is playing. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Dwedi. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you there in the state of Minnesota. Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. Let's talk to this person. Hello. Good afternoon.
How are you, dear?
We are fine. Thank you.
Yeah, this is Dickens. I'm calling from Blue Community.
Let's hear you, Nambe.
But dear, I don't know really a call and we have our thing. A call and we are looking up now.
Well, you're not looking out to the rescue government?
A human being. Those are lion human beings. They believe in them, you go up to them, you put it on them. So they think that just there that make people to go to them to get their living. People are dying every now and then. And people are regretting. People are regretting all over. And I won't pay just all over. If you get infected, you get somebody talking, you get a motorbike, you get somebody talking, you go in the market, you get somebody talking, the man walk out from the market, people not die. I say, how you die? If you want to make it a good one, you got all of job. Even down to people. The money to stay alone now, and they can go to the supermarket. So, we're looking out to God in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Let's hear your name and where you join us from.
Well, Mohammed Jr. I joined the conversation from my own job.
All right. Go ahead. You have a minute. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Well, we know we're going to grow our country. We're going to grow as people are going to afford this problem. And now they are coming all over the table, calling out the country down. Just to make change, just to make it down, because I have no clue of production. Except I'm back into the honor my then it came down, my saying that we under everything. So then came to us to my look, US president, and then the coming came back for the record, and then the reason that country, and then came out and the country could have remained unknown. What is the legacy that country have? What is the something that we want to have nation, and it's still a nation, Kevin,
not easy. It's not easy. The country is not easy. I know, Mohammed. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you so much. Go ahead. Let's hear from Dr. Sisi. Let's hear you, Doctor. Who you call Piggy? You frisky, huh?
No, my man, no,
Ambassador, Ambassador Sepe, Ambassador Doctor, aka Lady Yeke.
You know you're funny, acting friendly on the platform there. That's how you do it, my daughter.
No problem, okay.
I'm down there.
So the one I get on my head, I purple hair. Okay, all right.
So with that, we cry.
No.
Don't talk for who says yeah. All of you on a platform. People ever was the issue. Mana ever was taking the issue. Kids ever was taking the issue. Go to photo like that. Not everyone went. They say we're forcing loss in that year. What happened today? Their government report the end time government. They put a text that the government is today. The man told you were dance with the devil, and today they go in our country. They will stop all the money when they want to go back and let devil already will say go back up there. The man telling me, no liberty, all the people I want to fall, no liberty, you actually the poor. No liberty. No liberty, where is liberty going? On our bank administration. We have free money, we have so money, any government free money, they say we have so it. They were all in the street, even Gibraltar. When we are clear, say, oh my God, are here and live with them. He changed all their things. When they go in protest, say we are so still there in this country. So, but we were saying, worker, you not doing nothing. Me, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it one way.
What do you know? What are all the park coming from? Man, Sisi, what are all the park coming from in the sun? I enjoying it, put it there. I enjoying it.
Enjoying it, put it there. Enjoying it.
Hey, woman, that's small human being.
Because you were dance with the devil, but all force of win election. And you see you're going to save you, you are beginning what in God? You brought what in God to all, we are on the center. So there you say, we are buying, but every push. Now, there's the far who comfort in the country and coming to the country. And the men are also blow for us, he said, and the men go and find you for it. They're not criminal to go in that place. They're so drug cartel every day. And say you be the reference in that. Nah. But the men expose you, so you sat in there. And you say, if I'm a son with them, you get happy. And will be coming and walk on with it. And so you always watch it, they'll be coming. They make it fun.
Okay.
We will blood for 4 years for me. I put my level coming out for finishing that government. I want to put defend the world. All of them.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ambassador Man Sisi. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, let me say good afternoon, Dali, as well.
Yeah, David, welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you. This is David, and I know you guys from my resident in Monrovia. Mr. Nimle, it is the time of the Antichrist in Nigeria. This government is an Antichrist government.
Wow.
Yeah. I had a dream the last time concerning the government. They got the complete mark of the beast government. If you are not in bed with it, nothing will work for you. Nothing. Absolutely nothing will work for you. Everything in this country, the first caller that called from America, I live in stress of very low point. Because for our money to just disappear from the market, even you go to banking institution, you can't get your money, Mr. Newland. You're fortunate to go to bank. They say you want to withdraw something like $20,000, $100, you will not get it. They all give you $5,000 and they will tell you they all on cash. Okay? And who's supposed to give the commercial bank cash? And that's central bank. So the central bank not carrying the money, they charge it to the commercial bank. Will the commercial bank be able to give customers that money that they deposited with them? But every now and then, Who told you that when you hold the money, they automatically drop the rate? It will make the rate issue in the country that the prices are high to come down. It will not come down. This is the reason why the rate is depreciating and the prices of commodity remain the same. Even though the commodity prices have started coming up. So I don't know what type of system the guys are putting in place.
Okay.
But because the wicked are leading, so the people bound to suffer. Joseph Boakai is a demon, and you say you're working with the devil. So because you're working with the devil, so we who are not associated with the devil, we are going to suffer in this country because we do not carry the mark of the beast that Joseph Boakai and people in the United Party are carrying. So Liberian people, they will just sit there and put on the radio every day. Not to work for us. We have to take the ball by the horn.
Okay.
We have to kill a popular civil disobedience against the government in making sure that Joseph Boakai and his family, they should run to the exile and let us bring into the government so that we can go to the election quick. Or else, Liberia will come on Boakai.
Thank you.
They're collecting taxes and now making it into government account, but they are keeping it for 2029. You can set your command, admission for that.
Okay, David, thank you.
5 p.m. they are having political meeting and planning for 2029. For you to work anything about 2029.
Thank you, David. Let's leave it there. Thank you. Thank you. Let's take you as our last caller. This person. Good afternoon.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Hey.
Go ahead.
This is Melvin. Hello.
Yeah, Melvin. Go ahead.
Okay. This is Melvin and I'm looking down.
Go ahead.
Nothing should be strange to us. Anyway, people that are surprised that people that voted for the rescue people because they have been rescued. So, for me, I'm not surprised. Because I know that it was so down your house. And stay beside our home. Hoping that elephants will stand for our home.
My man, that's the way you talk.
But you want to say that to get the whole rest of your home. You want small home. And start praying and fasting that elephant will come for our home. It's not possible.
It's not.
They cannot have a worker that any they use that for because of what because of those parts.
Okay.
But that is good leader. That was a very good leader. Any would have put in the same up.
Okay. All right, Melvin. Okay. Thank you, Melvin. We got to leave it right there. We don't have time. We're going to take the last comments. Esther is going to read the last 3 comments, and then we close up. No time.
Right. Duarte says that's a trick to print new. That's a trick to print new money. You know the government is looking for a way to get money. Remember, this is Unity Party. They did it before. We have Crafty says watching from Good English Building adjacent Mr. Yes Sir compound. This is also coming to all those that can be walking on the street for no reason to be banned by this government. We have Successes. Good afternoon, watching from Painesville City. That's it.
So I'm watching from Mr. Good English Building adjacent Mr. Yes Sir. So let's not go, man. Big yo, big yo. Yeah, we gotta go, folks. We'll be here, Gospel tomorrow. Until then, do have a pleasant Tuesday.